Many of us want our children to grow up playing music for many reasons. Should we though? The question is, how do we raise children that play music and love themselves in the process and feel like it's an expression of who they are rather than a task or something that they're attempting to be perfect at? Victor Wooten talks about his journey in learning how to play music, how he was born into a family where there was music around him. And he makes a great comparison to the way we learn other languages.
Music is a language. Think about your first language. Think about how you learned it. You realize you weren't taught it. People just spoke to you. But the coolest thing is you were allowed to speak back. Now, if I take the music example, in most cases, our beginners are not allowed to play with the better people. You're stuck in a beginning class. You have to remain there a few years until you elevate until the intermediate and then advanced. And after you graduate the advanced class, you still have to go out and pay a lot of dues. But with language, even as a baby, you're jamming with professionals all the time, to the point that you don't even know you're a beginner.
If we were to view music as a language, then we would say that maybe children can learn it the same way that they learn how to speak.
No one tells you what you have to say. You're not made to sit in a corner and practice. You're never even corrected when you're wrong.
When a child starts to speak, they say,
Widow.
They say,
Paschetti.
and we don't correct them and say,
Actually, the proper pronunciation is spaghetti.
Think about it. When you're 2, 3 years old and you say a word wrong over and over, no one corrects you. If you say it wrong enough times, instead of correcting you, your parents learn your way.
that we're excited by the fact that they're starting to say words. So many times music is taught from a place of get it right, let's get it correct. But children are so much better at learning than adults are. Just being around something, they start to pick it up. Okay, so we didn't give our kids Twinkle Twinkle Little Star lessons, but they're singing it, they know it, and there's variation. It's all picked up from being around it. And they start to master it in a way that we wish we could be able to do that. Can we develop a language for them? One of the ways that I encourage people to start teaching their kids music at a young age is to give them an instrument and let them just do whatever they want on it. And you, as a parent, can sit there and go, interesting, oh, cool, oh, what did you think of that part? Or, like, what is that, cool, what does that make you think of? Let them smash a piano. Not actually smash a piano, but let them hit a piano. Let them hit a guitar and hear the noises and feel what comes out of it. Okay, so these are my kids learning the harmonica. These are not harmonica lessons. This is understanding that their brains are highly plastic and that they're absorbing so much information.
Mommy, where's the bread?
Okay, now look at this face. That's a learning face. That's a curious brain. I think what we'll find is that you have children that are in tune with the language of music and that they are then able to speak it without feeling that sense of criticism or need for perfectionism. We were at a jam session. Now my son has 2 shakers in his hand. So that's actually his kindergarten teacher. So she says, so right there she's teaching him about sharing music, jamming with each other, right? Look at his head, how he's like, okay, so we shake it, I'm watching you, absorbing all the other sounds. Out now, kind of is on rhythm. She shakes her head, yeah. For many years, I was stuck under the rock of perfectionism and trying to play music correctly and right, and it was torture. And I was so conflicted because I had a very strong part of myself that knew that I loved music from one of my earliest memories, but then another part of myself that said, you're not good enough for this yet. Keep practicing so that you are good enough. That's not the way to go. The way to go is to introduce it as a language. It would be a horror if our children, every time they spoke, were nervous that they were speaking incorrectly. And think about how amazing it would be if they could sing and they could dance and they could play music and just feel genuinely connected to it. So music is a language. Immerse our children in it. They will learn it much faster than we think that they can.